What's up, everyone? I'm here with an amazing performer and friend and advocate, and her rap sheet goes on and on. Give it up for Harmonica Sunbeam! Woo! Thank you so much for coming and wanting to share an interview with us today. So
Thank you for having me.
How long have you been doing drag? Since I started to come out and hitting the clubs, you were always one of the prime entertainers. So.
Oh, thank you. I've been doing it for about 25 years now. Yeah.
So how old are you now? 24?
That's that new math. Okay. I'm 46.
Wow, you're amazing. Good black don't crack. That's awesome. So when did you start? What was it like?
I started when I was 21, and when I first came out as a gay young man, I got involved with the ballroom scene. And I was in the House of Adonis, and there was a ball in Tracks, New York City, on 19th Street was, and no longer there. It's probably White Castle or Taco Bell. But Paris Dupree was given a ball, and the category was Butch Queen, first time in drags at a ball. And I had no idea what I would look like. I never did drag before, and my housemates put me together and sent me out there, and I won.
So tell me about your name, because a lot of people have, a crazy name, and some are sexual, some are really, really sultry, but yours is very unique, Harmonica Sunbeam.
Well, when you get a chance to make up your own name, you try to make sure that no one else has it. So this is how the story goes. So in high school, we all had drag names. Even though we didn't do drag, we just had drag names. And so my name was Macadamia Serendipity. That's because I like macadamia nuts. And so I was thinking ahead, I thought that would be too long to put on a billboard, So I changed it to Tequila Sunrise. And somehow it changed from Tequila Sunrise to Harmonica Sunbeam. And I can't remember now.
Maybe it was too much Tequila Sunrise.
I have no idea how it transitioned, but it does. And it's funny because somebody interviewed me a long time ago, and they said, "Oh my God." He says, when I thought of your name, I thought you were white. I never thought Harmonica Sunbeam would be a white girl's name, but okay.
Has drag changed from back then to now?
Oh yeah, it's changed a whole lot. Thanks to social media, thanks to videos, thanks to RuPaul's Drag Race. When I say videos, I mean like music videos and things like that. Because now, back then, people wanted to emulate characters, characters, and now everyone wants to be like a video vixen, like half naked and twerking and things of that nature.
And how about like drag pageantry? Has it been as competitive as it is now? Has the quality or the beauty aspect of glamour and talent, the whole
Well, that's not really my area, so to speak. I'm more of a showgirl than a pageant, although I have done some pageants in the past. But what I can say, as far as then versus now, it's a lot more expensive. So it's harder to bring what most people are expecting because it's so expensive. If I put together a talent number with 10 dancers, now I'm flying in 10 dancers,
wow.
Rehearsing 10 dancers, paying 10 dancers to dance, putting 10 dancers in the hotel room, you know what I'm saying? So it's that whole part of it. And so now when you go to a lot of national pageants, you see a lot of stuff scaled down because the money is, it's way too expensive to do a lot of things. Wow.
And you said you started in the ballroom scene. Has that changed?
Oh yeah, it's gotten a lot more international exposure, it's really on the up and up. There's so many creative people in the ballroom scene, and my only hope for a lot of people involved in the ballroom scene is to take your talents outside of the ballroom and let the world see, what you can do. Like me?
Absolutely. So you have produced and have worked in music before?
Yeah, I have 3 bitch tracks, as we like to call them in clubland. Ready to pump, I'm here to work, and this is the beat. Hopefully I'll get back into the studio and pull out another one.
Apart from drag, I know that you are heavily involved in advocacy work, especially around the HIV/AIDS, for our community. Why or what made you decide to be so involved in it?
I can say that because I lived through an epidemic. I lived through the AIDS epidemic. I was there as many friends became mysteriously ill and quickly passed away. And so if I can do something to help a new, a generation that's just coming up that didn't realize how crazy that time period was, to prevent them. I mean, it's not the same as it was, but it's not as wonderful as some people, or easy to manage as some people think it is.
So you have seen, as our decades have progressed, LGBT people obtain more rights and more, liberties. Do you feel that our generation now has lost the sense of what the struggle was?
Yes. Yes. Because folks that are coming out will just take it for granted that this is how things were, and that's not always so. And because the gay society is so youth oriented, when someone older is trying to teach you or educate you about something, they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because you barely find the struggle on YouTube. You don't find it. You know what I mean? So maybe if it was presented in a different way, in a different format, we could reach them and let them know.
So what would you tell someone right now, a young person that's kind of like wilding out, not really, being grounded in the things that they should do that will propel them in life? What would Mama say?
Well, there's only but so much I can say, because we all go through that phase, and hopefully it is just a phase, and there comes a time when you have to wake up and you see either all your friends either still stuck or growing up, and you learn to become more responsible, and you learn to realize that there are things that I want for me and for my life, and the only way I can better myself is by continuing my education, by holding on to a job, by creating a savings and a plan for the future.
Absolutely right. Wow, those are great words of wisdom.
Thank you.
What are some things that you're involved with presently?
Do you mean as far as...
like performance shows?
Okay, well, I currently work on Mondays in Hoboken at Havana Cafe and Lounge. I do a RuPaul Drag Race viewing party there from 9 to 11 on Mondays. And I work 2 Wednesdays out of the month, the second and third Wednesday at Sweet Bar on 109th in Amsterdam in New York City. Other than that, whatever I am, I'm open for other bookings and things of that nature. I am preparing for a very big weekend show called Big Boy Pride in Orlando, Florida. It's the 5th year, and it's a pride of a whole different sort, where big guys and their admirers can come and join in fellowship and have a good time without feeling body conscious or feeling like an outcast as they may do at other prides.
Wow. So what makes a good drag queen?
Well, a good drag queen is one that is humble and egoless. Is that even a word? But yeah. Without ego, okay? And somebody that's willing to listen to criticism, constructive criticism, because I know how catty sometimes some people can be, but constructive criticism.
So you touched on the pearls of internal things. Are there any other external things that you would, suggest to someone who say, hey, maybe I'm interested in doing drag?
Well, all I can say is give it a shot, There are a lot of people using the term drag performer, and as you can see, the levels of success or how long they stay in the business varies person to person. And if it's something that you enjoy doing, then put your heart into it and see where it takes you.
Wow, thank you so much for your time today and your words of wisdom. We truly value and appreciate you, especially as a friend to me and for the organization. You've done so much as donating tons of stuff, and the kids really love it. They take it and they just gone.
I believe it's all about us helping us, and we all have stuff that we can actually donate to Out My Closet. You do, you really do, and let it go.
All right, guys, thank you so much for rocking out with myself and Harmonica. Bye.